It's Super Showdown predictions time. I am Luca, and this is Chopper Pete Quinnell, and over there is Randy Andy Datson, who's going to be monitoring your super chats that we'll try and get through at the end of this prediction run. Give this video a thumbs up, press the subscribe button if you're new to this. That TV is on.
Over by you, Datson. Behind your laptop.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't do.
Oh, Pete,
I know.
you were doing so
the
well,
one
man.
thing I didn't do.
I had so much faith in you as well.
This is going to become a running joke, isn't it? Where I'll have one thing wrong the whole time. If I'm on Datson duty,
so
I'll have it so that I don't have the thumbnail set up at the start.
My favourite thing about it,
wrong.
though, is you were so cocky when you walked in.
Yeah. I
know.
Don't worry, guys. You thought I didn't have everything ready.
It's amazing. I didn't know what the TV was on. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Anywho.
So give this video a thumbs up, give it a subscribe, leave a comment down below with your predictions for this show. Get your super chats into Randy Andy Datson. But this is Super Showdown predictions time, and it's all about the Wrestle League. The Wrestle League for this prestigious, nay, important trophy, which is currently held by El Fakador Laurie Blake. And if you are part of Wrestle League, which you can be a part of if you're one of our Patreon pledge hammers, you will get one sent to you if you are a winner. We've had 3 winners thus far. Those were the winners of Season 1. We're now currently into Season 2, so it's time to get an update on the standings of Season 2. So currently in joint first, it is Randy and Ollie on 31 points.
Whoa. Ollie's on 30.
Well, that's not according to your Patreon post, mate. Your Patreon post said he's on 31.
Ollie's on 30.
Well,
Why is that?
Is Randy changing the rules yet again?
Is Randy making it so he's in first?
Ollie is genuinely on 30.
Well, not according to your Patreon post, mate.
Okay.
So really, I'm not sure if I could trust anything else that you've written down.
That is oh, damn it. I was so close to being perfect as well. Oh.
Everyone's screwing up everything today.
It is early in the morning.
Great. Yeah.
So Ollie and Randy are tied on 31 points. Pete is on 25 points. Laurie and Simon are joint on 23 points. And I am bringing up the rear, as I often do, with 19 points. I am an ass
You
man.
are a whole double or nothing behind me.
Well, I don't know if I could trust your predictions.
I was going to say, I don't think
based
you're
on
in
this
first
table
anymore,
you've given me, I could be on 31 points for all I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I know I'm not because I've done terrible this season. Someone actually commented on Patreon yesterday that said, I didn't even take part in WrestleMania, and I'm 2 points behind Luke. And I was like, yep.
And WrestleMania of all shows as well.
Well, the thing is, I've done all right.
40 matches on it.
I've done all right on non-WWE shows.
Yeah.
Those are always the ones that
Which
throw
is
me
weird,
off.
because you just pick names. For some of them, anyway.
I was going to say, like,
For
when I get to
Impact.
Impact, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Impact, I'll do all right. That's what I'm waiting for, is an Impact show where I can pick things back up again. But anyway, we're here to talk about Super Showdown. And if you are wondering, yes, we will be doing a live stream watch-along for the show. And I know some people might not be thrilled about that because of the controversial nature surrounding it.
Yeah.
But it's very much a case of we're men of the people. And the people want us to do it. When we didn't do anything for Greatest Royal Rumble, and we actually got, a lot of people were very upset that we didn't do a review for it or anything. We did predictions or anything like that. So we didn't do anything around Greatest Royal Rumble. People were very upset. I went away for the weekend. I had a tremendous time. And then we did some stuff for Crown Jewel, and people very much enjoyed that. And I think from Crown Jewel onwards, it now feels like these are going to be quite important shows. Because at Crown Jewel, we had Brock Lesnar winning the Universal title. We had Shane McMahon winning Best in the World, which is actually kind of like, that's been the whole thing about his character now, has been based off that Crown Jewel show.
Yeah.
So as much as I would like to ignore these shows, I don't think it's actually possible for us to do.
Exactly.
And I think with Brock Lesnar teasing the cash in for this show as well, it's kind of pertinent that we keep up to date with what's going on with it.
Yeah, annoyingly, Saudi is now important. Which sucks.
Money talks.
But hey-ho.
Anyway, on the kickoff show for Super Showdown, this was announced yesterday. It is the Usos versus the Revival, which I'm sure will be a fun match.
I'm pretty sure I actually called this match. I can't remember whether I just said it in the office or I said it in a video or something. I was like, can't wait for the Usos Revival match on the pre-show, which it is now.
Yeah, it'll be added within 48 hours of the show starting, which will be brilliant for our predictions.
Yep.
So we are going to add this. If you are one of our Patreon pledge hammers who's watching this, we're going to send you out an extra form to fill out for this match. But Pete Quinnell, I'm going to come to you first. What say you for this match?
The Usos.
Usos.
Because I think Well, mainly because the company don't have any faith in the revival. That's pretty much it. They want to leave, and they don't like that. I mean, the Usos beat the SmackDown Tag Team Champions on the pre-show of Money in the Bank. I'd be very shocked if they lose to not the Raw Tag Team Champions Revival.
Yes. Randy, what say you?
I haven't really thought about it, but I'm also going to go with the Usos. Same reasons as Pete. Because... why not?
At this point, Randy, why not?
Why not?
I genuinely thought at Money in the Bank, hey, it's the Usos, a Raw team, going up against the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. There's no way that the SmackDown Tag Team Champions are going to lose their first match since winning the belts. And lo and behold, the Usos won. And I think this is a big house show vibe to this. So I think a lot of good guys will be winning. So I'm going with the Usos over the Revival here. But I do think if it's given time, it should be an excellent match.
Oh, it could be an absolute showstealer if they want it to be. Yeah. I just don't think they want it to be.
Well, speaking of things that likely won't be a show stealer, it is a 3-on-1 handicap match. It is the Lucha House Party versus the Freak, Lars Sullivan. Randy, what say you?
Lars.
Going with
obviously.
Lars.
They might give the Lucha House Party a bit of offense, but Lars is going to and then hit them with a freak accident or 3.
Yeah, I think it's worth noting that this is his first match. Bearing in mind, he was set to debut in November.
He's been lurking since November.
Yeah. But that's 8 months. That's like
absurd.
Sanity levels of ludicrous.
Hey, you know what? We criticize for not doing long-term storytelling. This is a clear-cut winner.
Pete Quinnell, what say you?
You know what? I'm going to go outside the box here. No, I'm saying Lars Sullivan.
Okay, I was going to say.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Lars. I'm not an idiot.
Not going
Come
for
on now.
Kalisto here.
Yeah.
Right, beefy match time, and this is all about the beef. This is for all the beef. It's beefy Braun Strowman versus beefy, sweaty, beefy Bobby Lashley. I am going to say it is a Braun win. Pete Quinnell.
Yep, me too. Because I don't think they have any super plans for Bobby Lashley, and they seem to like Braun. They like him in Saudi because he won the Greatest Royal Rumble last year. He was supposed to be... Oh, no, he fought for the Universal Championship last year in Crown Jewel as well. So I think because he's in Saudi, they're like, Saudi loves Braun. They like big men. Let's do Braun win.
Do you think he'll have his belt? His big green belt?
I've been making you one because he's lost it.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
Oh, my God.
I'm amazed they didn't do this match for that big green belt. Have it as
do.
It's like the 24/7 title, but it's just for Saudi shows. It can be defended
It's
24/7 as long as it's a Saudi show.
R-Truth's going to roll him up after the match.
What say you, Randy?
I had to check, but apparently I went for Braun Strowman. Okay. I think, isn't it right that Bobby Lashley is going to be heading off for a bit in a few months?
Is he now?
Is he really?
I think he said something like after SummerSlam he wants to kind of focus a bit more on MMA.
Oh, he did say that. Yeah, he said he might take some time off.
And also, they don't really seem to care about him, and they seem to care a bit more about Braun.
Yeah, I think he's the tallest one, so I think he's probably going to win in this scenario.
Yeah.
And really, at the end of the day, Bobby doesn't gain anything by losing. No. Or lose anything by losing, rather, and Braun doesn't gain anything by winning. This is a nothing match.
Yeah, this is absolutely a nothing match.
I'm going to go on record now. I think this is going to be the most boring match on the card.
Ooh.
Yep.
And that's on a card with Randy Orton versus Triple H. I think this is going to be the most boring match.
And that's on a card with Lucha House Party versus Lars Sullivan.
But that, I think, will be quick.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think that will go 5 minutes.
Yeah.
My worry is this will go 6. Speaking of matches that I also think will be pretty boring, it's Roman Reigns versus the best in the world, Shane McMahon, where he returns. Shane's triumphantly returning to the country where he earned his moniker, hard-fought earned moniker of best in the world. I have gone for the big dog Roman Reigns here because Shane can beat Miz. There's absolutely no way he's beating Roman. Yeah,
they've built up Shane as this big bad to lose to a bigger good. What bigger good is there than Roman Reigns? So they've made Shane look strong against Miz. Roman's winning. Yeah.
I don't think they made Shane look strong, though.
Well, I mean,
he won by cheating.
Yeah, okay.
Well, he didn't win by cheating. He won by fluke.
He won by
being very
fluke.
sweaty.
So he won by being very sweaty and having sweaty back. So
let's not forget that rope break
slides off
spot.
him.
Yeah, that's true. What other things can they use that he does he has grey hair?
Well, I think the finish of this is going to be that they're going to try and repeat that coast-to-coast spear spot that they did at Survivor Series.
Oh, God, the one that got him a concussion.
Oh, yeah. I think they'll
Went
be like,
so well the first time.
it'll be fine now. We've done the practice run. Let's get it right the second time round.
Yeah.
So you're going with Roman?
Maybe Roman hits a coast to coast.
Oh, a drive-by coast to coast.
A spear coast to coast. Across the ring.
Across the ring. Superman style.
It's great.
So you're going with Roman?
Yeah, I'm going Roman.
Yeah,
Randy
I have also gone for Roman Reigns.
Well, we got some really crazy predictions here, guys.
35 people out of the current 319 have gone for Shane.
Oh, really? That's
Wow.
That's a small margin. Yeah. I mean, as much as I might gain points here, I'm actually not gaining anything on anyone, really.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be bottom of last.
You might need to get a bit more crazy with your predictions.
Or maybe. As I said, or just going to wait till Impact rolls round.
Yeah, true.
Impact is where I'll just nail it.
You might nail
right.
the 50-man battle royal.
Well, I've got a flawless strategy.
Oh, yeah,
here we go.
Yeah, I'll wait till you hear my flawless
Okay,
strategy
here we go.
for the 50-man battle royal.
Like it.
So we've got 3 title matches on this show. It is just 3, isn't it? Yeah, 3 title matches on this show. And first up, it is the Demon Finn Balor versus Andrade for the Intercontinental Championship. Demon is undefeated because you only bring him out for important people like Baron Corbin and not Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Randy, what do you say?
I think the important thing where there was you had the Demon, and so therefore I've gone for Finn Balor.
For Finn.
Because I would want to say obviously,
Yeah.
because he's wearing the Demon outfit, and therefore he is immune to being pinned.
Yep.
And all of his moves hurt more.
Yeah, well, it is. That's absolutely true.
That's what happens. As much as I'd love to see Andrade win, okay, this is a toss-up because I'd love to see Andrade win and beat the Demon and have this huge star-making moment of him beating the Demon. It's like, whoa, Andrade, new Intercontinental Champion. That's awesome. I don't want Demon Balor to lose because I love Demon Balor also.
We haven't built up Andrade at all to
No, exactly.
as a Demon
Hey,
killer.
he laid him out on SmackDown.
He did.
In that
but he wasn't
2-minute segment.
Don't
talk with
don't
your
talk
mouth
with your
full,
mouth full, you
Randy.
He wasn't covered in paint at that point, so he's not. He's much more vulnerable.
So he's not super awesome power-up. He's not Dynamax. There's a reference to the Pokemon Direct yesterday, which you can watch on Screenstalker.
Which, by the way, was an excellent video.
Thank you very much. It was very fun
I
to
watched
talk
it on
about.
the tube this morning, and I very much enjoyed it.
It's
and
great.
I know nothing about the Digimon, but I I found it thrilling and entertaining
It's great.
and informative.
I'm still going for Finn.
Going with Finn.
Yeah.
Pete, you're a game person. Have you ever heard of the Final Fantasy card game?
Yes.
Okay, good. I hadn't.
It was at
but
UK Games Expo.
Oh yeah, we played the Chocobo one.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's friend's boyfriend is just about to go to the World Championships because he's so that good at it. I just found that out last night.
Is that the
That's
trading
rad.
card game or the Chocobo one? Because we played the Chocobo one.
I assume the
Or-
Chocobo one is just like
There
a
is-
little fun
Yeah, I think so.
thing. It's not a competitive.
Yeah, I think it's
type
the trading card.
thing.
Like he gets paid by people to win tournaments for him. So
See, kids,
That's cool.
You don't need to study in school.
you're going to LA
No.
for the World Championship.
Just play games.
Like this kid. For the WWE Championship, it is Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler. Well, it was meant to be Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens did not want to go, and therefore Dolph Ziggler was pulled from his Australian. He was meant to do like an appearance in Australia, and they pulled him there and sent a woman because women aren't allowed at Super Showdown. Although we may end up getting a women's match on this card.
We might,
We
yeah.
may end up getting Alexa Bliss versus Natalia.
Apparently, both of them have been pictured on flights to Saudi Arabia
Yes,
now.
so.
One of them was with Renee Young, which isn't too shocking because Renee did commentary at Crown Jewel, I think.
She did, yeah.
So
Natalia
then,
was with Renee Young.
yeah.
But, I mean, they might just be because they're really good friends.
Yeah, no, it might
yeah.
just be because they're friends.
But the story is... Sorry, go on.
But then Alexa Bliss going as well, and that's supposed to be the rumored match that might happen is Bliss versus Natalia.
Hands bricks.
So having both of them pictured would indicate that might be the way they go. But
yeah.
I think they're waiting for approval from the Saudi government.
That's
is
it,
supposedly
yeah.
what's going on.
So the story is, I think it came from Fightful and WrestleVotes. Actually, it was WrestleVotes
Pro
that said...
Wrestling Sheet were the latest, I think.
Oh, okay. So the WrestleVotes tweeted out yesterday that the original match that they had pitched was Nia Jax versus Natalia. God, you can imagine that match. And that was going to be the first women's match in these Saudi shows. But with Nia Jax being injured, that's not simply possible. But they have been pitching to do it as Alexa Bliss versus Natalia instead.
Yeah.
Which probably doesn't sound much better. But
No.
hey, it's a women's match in Saudi Arabia. That's actually quite cool.
That would be quite
That'd
cool.
be quite cool. It is.
Yeah.
And Ollie and I picked up a bit of flack for this yesterday because Ollie goes, I almost don't want them to have a women's match there because
because then they'd be right.
Well, it's not just that they'd be right, it's that they will then not shut up about how they're right.
Yeah.
And that's the key to it. I think you can do this, and it's a very good moral thing to be able to do, and a very good moral victory, and be like, look, we have actually done something that's good here. This is a positive change. Thumbs up. Still public beheadings, but hey, we've got a women's match here. So, you know, let's try and get some positivity out of this.
Yeah.
But WWE will do like we've got 1 billion followers on social media, which really is a fallacy. Because that 1 billion number comes from all of their wrestlers' Twitter numbers combined with their own. And
MySpace,
yeah,
Bebo.
exactly. Like, it touts numbers.
Google Plus.
Yeah. So really, it's a load of old
Tinder
guff.
matches.
It's a load of old guff, but
Yeah,
like, they
it
can
is.
do it as a big PR thing, and that's where it all started to become very irritating.
Exactly, yeah.
But anyway, back to this match: Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship. I'm going for Big Kof.
That was a tangent, wasn't it? We just went on. Yeah, Kofi, because I still think it's too early for him to lose the title, especially to Dolph Ziggler.
Oh God, yeah.
Because he beat Daniel Bryan clean, and then he beat Kevin Owens clean, and now for him to lose to Dolph Ziggler would not be a climactic finish to his run.
I honestly think this would have more drama in it if it was Kurt Hawkins. I think Kurt Hawkins stands more chance of winning the WWE Championship than Dolph Ziggler because
Absolutely.
it's Dolph Ziggler.
He's just a placeholder.
Yeah.
He's there because Kevin Owens couldn't, so they went, Dolph, do you mind just doing one match? And they have to fly quite a long way, but if you just do this one match, we'll give you a bit of money. And he's like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. You say couldn't, wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Andy?
Yeah.
Kofi. Going for Kofi as well. Up next for the WWE Universal Championship, it is Seth Rollins against the mid-card vortex himself, Baron Bloody Corbin. I'm going with Seth on this one. Randy, what say you?
I just have to check. I think I also went for Seth.
Going for Seth?
Yeah.
Yep. Going for Seth.
Because I can't. I just don't want Baron to win. I don't want Baron
going with your heart.
Despite if for example Baron won it and then it was like a cash in, I still wouldn't want him to be able to say I was Universal Champion for even if it was 20 seconds.
But do you know what? Now that you've said that, that can then be part of the intro. Former Universal Champion Baron Corbin, along with like his boxing thing that he's got and his Man Who Retired Kurt Angle, as a way to get more of that entrance heat that he gets. Because again, that heat doesn't transfer into his matches, but he does get good entrance heat.
Luke Owen look alike.
We both are follically challenged. It's very true. And I think that is actually a pretty good sort of heel thing, because as fans, we'd be like, oh, you say it was only 20 seconds, you were Universal Champion. And you can have Michael Cole go, yeah, but he was only Universal Champion for 87 seconds. So, like, what does it matter?
So you say that's a good heel thing, and then you just brought up Michael Cole saying that?
Wait, Michael Cole is supposed to be a babyface, though.
Yeah, I know, but
It's time.
you're saying that part of the gimmick that would be good is Michael Cole talking more.
I don't
know about that.
Okay, so a babyface commentator, brackets general, say.
I think it would just get so irritating if it would just be like, former Universal Champion, and then Cole every single time would just be like, but it was only for 87 seconds!
I might change my... I suppose I can't because I've already submitted my things. But I might change my mind and say Baron.
See, I went for Seth, I think. Might need to check my form on that one. I went for Seth, but I could very much see Baron winning here. I don't want him to. I think it would be awful.
Did you go for Seth?
I did go for Seth, yeah. So I've gone for Seth. But Baron winning is so likely, because I could see, especially with all the teasing they've been doing with Brock Lesnar, I could see Lesnar like casting Rollins as like a screw you.
Yeah.
And then Corbin's like, Lesnar, you're such a legend. Thank you for, helping out. Lesnar's like, haha, F5, cash in, kind of thing.
He does like they do a repeat of WrestleMania 31. So so Brock's entrance music hits during the match. And that's what distracts Seth. Turns around, end of days. And Baron picks up the win. And then Brock runs in, F5 cashes in, and he wins. And he has a very, as you said, like a 30-second title reign. But Baron can always say, I'm a former Universal Champion.
I would hate that so much.
Yep.
It would be awful.
Am I allowed to change my pick, Randy? Will you let me do that?
Okay. He's changing his pick from Seth Rollins to Baron Corbin. I think that's worth it.
Hail Mary, mate, I'm last.
Be careful, though, because I just noticed that none of the other people in our office have submitted their predictions, so they may be watching this thinking,
No, they're not watching this. Let's be honest. Ollie's writing the news.
So Ollie, Simon, and Laurie, none of them have
submitted yet.
Yeah, they'll do it.
That's fine.
Well, Simon will forget.
I'll
Get an email saying these are my honest predictions.
I was going to say I was going to have Simon on this video just to make sure we had some predictions written down for him. So I'm going with Baron Corbin. You're going to go with Seth. You're sticking with Seth.
Yep.
Okay. Right. Up next, I am going to need your help here, Randy, because it is Triple H versus Randy Orton, and I forgot who I picked.
So did I.
So did I. I think I went for Triple H.
I think I said Triple H.
I
don't think I could care about this match any less.
I just don't care.
You did say Triple H.
Cool, Triple H.
Yeah, as did I.
Could not care about
I said Randy Orton.
So you've gone Randy.
Randy's gone for Randy.
Yes.
I
know it's Triple H, but why? What's the point of him winning?
What's the point of this
match?
What's
the point
Randy?
of anything?
Because the whole thing, I know it's going back 14 years, but Evolution, they sort of kicked Randy Orton out, so it's just long-term storytelling.
Long-term storytelling.
I just
it's top tier, I'm telling
Randy, you can't call this long-term storytelling. They've been feuding, they've feuded for years on end. It's not long-term, it's repetitive storytelling.
There's no point to this match, and there's no point in either man winning. But there's more no point in Triple H winning.
But I will. Okay, so here's my argument as to why I think Triple H is going to win. This is the Saudi Prince loves the 90s. Bloody loves the 90s, like Ash Rose
and the
Gorilla
80s.
Positions and the 80s. So Randy's not his guy.
No, but John
likes
Cena beat Triple H.
But that's John Cena. That's different. John Cena's like a super duper megastar. He transcends the Attitude Era and the 90s and the 80s. So he's John Cena is the only legit star from 2002 onwards. So I think it's fine that he wins. 2004 onwards.
Deuce and Domino.
And Luther Reigns. So I think it is Triple H getting the win here. But it's going to be a boring old match. This is going to go 45 minutes.
This is going to go so long.
So
long.
Vintage. Oh, there's going to be a knee from Triple H. It'll be vintage Triple H. And there'll be that backbreaker from Orton. It'll be vintage Orton.
Vintage Orton all the time.
So I've gone Triple H. Randy's gone Randy. What do you say?
Triple H.
I have checked and I did go for Randy.
So to your point, Randy, you were saying that there's no point to this match and there's more no point to Triple H winning. So when's that stopped him before?
Randy loses nothing.
Stop.
Hey,
stop using logic.
Hey, who is top of the leaderboard here?
Ollie, I think.
You've got a point.
And we've got 2 more matches still to go, guys. It's The Undertaker versus Goldberg, a match that has a combined age of 1,200.
It's actually 106.
106.
Which is still
seriously.
a lot.
Jesus Christ.
Goldberg's 52, Undertaker's 54.
Randy, what say you?
Undertaker.
Okay.
Again, there's no point.
There's no point. There's no point. Just pick a name. This is some quality audio content.
Because
audio from Andy Datson.
Talk amongst yourself and I'm trying to think of a reason.
Okay, well, while you're thinking, can you help me out? Did I pick Undertaker or Goldberg?
I know my one if you want me to go.
Yes, please, mate.
I went for Goldberg.
Goldberg?
You
Yes.
the Undertaker, Luke.
Thank you.
The reason I went for Goldberg is because I think Goldberg has more of a mystique surrounding him still, whereas The Undertaker's has been kind of ruined. Because obviously they've had him beaten by Brock and Roman, and he lost at Crown Jewel, and other matches that he's had that I can't remember now because there's been way too many of them. So I think, and with Goldberg, he destroyed Lesnar, obviously, and then he destroyed Owens. Obviously, Lesnar got his win back, but that's Brock Lesnar. That doesn't really matter. Goldberg still has this mystique around him, and I think they care more to protect that than Undertaker. Because Undertaker, they're just right, he's on his way out now. That's fine. We'll just keep beating him, but we can still keep bringing him back because he's the Undertaker, and people still care. But I don't think. I think they still care about keeping Goldberg's mystique around
Randy,
him.
can I just have a quick Google check? What company did Goldberg used to work for before he went to WWE?
Walmart.
It was Walmart?
Yeah.
What was the wrestling promotion? Yeah, WCW. Yeah, I think The Undertaker's winning this one, yeah. This is Sting Triple H at WrestleMania where you're like, well, I mean, Sting should win. Because that makes so much more sense.
I can imagine there was a conversation between the two of them going, oh, no, you win. Oh, no, you take the win. Yeah. No, I don't need it. I know, but I don't need it. I think Goldberg is polite enough to have won the I don't need this win. He seems like a really nice man. And I can just see him just taking the pin because who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
one.
your point, your argument is incredibly valid, Pete, and I think that it holds so much water. But it is an argument I would have had for Sting Triple H as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Where I'm like, it makes absolutely no sense for Triple H to win this
That's
match.
true. What I would say, though, is that's... Nice one.
Spilled my coffee there. Got too excited.
Solid coffee drinking skills. I think with Sting Triple H, it was... They made the match WCW versus WWF, essentially. So therefore, Triple H had to win because WWF beat WCW. This one I don't think is WCW versus WWF. No. These are just two WWE guys now because they don't care what Goldberg did in the past. He's that WWE guy. He's that Hall of Famer now. So I think it's not WCW versus WWF in their mind.
I think that's a very
anyway.
What if?
I think that's a very good argument.
Here's a spot. So being down on each other, and then suddenly DX's music hits.
Oh my god.
And they come down and help the Undertaker, and then they're like, "Oh my god!" And then the New World Order's music hits, and then they come down.
It would make just as much sense as it did in that Sting match, where you're like, "Oh, the New World Order, that faction that Sting spent his whole career feuding with, has come to help him."
Yep, they wear black and white.
But don't you understand? It's brand loyalty. It's like Survivor Series. Everyone just cares.
We have spent too much time on this match.
Yeah, I know we have, haven't we?
That means absolutely.
God.
This match means diddly dick, and we've spent so much time talking about
The last one's like,
I mean, this whole event we spent too much time talking on because it means nothing.
You're absolutely right.
God.
Anyway, okay, let's get through this. 50-man battle royal. So here is my flawless tactic.
Here we go. Right.
Here's my flawless scheme that I came up with. I took every single name from the list of WWE personnel's Wikipedia page.
Yep.
I took out all the people that are inactive, so all the people out who are women, all the people who are managers, and all the people who have refused to go. I then put them into a random name picker, and I got Zach Gibson. So Zach Gibson is my pick to win.
They could have Alexa Bliss win it just to really push home the fact that
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Liverpool's number one.
So, Liverpool's number one, Zach Gibson, is my pick to win this 50-man battle royal because, hey,
My God.
he's got as good a chance as any.
That's a fair point. That's a fair,
I just gotta
very valid.
I just got to hope I spot him in the ring. There he is! I'm in with a chance.
So, here's an interesting point. This is a battle royal, not a Royal Rumble.
Correct.
So by their own rules, they should start the match with 50 people in the ring.
Yes.
That's crowded.
Oh, yeah.
That's real crowded.
This match is not going to be fun to watch until the final four.
Yeah.
I'm saying they start.
46
My guess is they start with 49 in the ring, and then my
Zach
pick
Gibson's
pick comes in. Bray Wyatt.
That's not a bad shout.
Do you know what? That's actually not the worst shout in the world.
Not
That's
a bad shout
really
at all.
great shout. So you're going with Bray Wyatt.
I just feel like they're gonna do Michael Cole, or someone's gonna go, "Wait a second, I've only counted 49 men," and Renee Young will go, "Ah!" and then Corey Graves will go.
That's such a
Corey
good shout.
Corey Graves will go, "Wait, what's that?" And then it will just hear, blip, and then it'll
be in the ring.
or yowie wowie.
That's
everyone.
such a good shout.
Oh my god, his entrance music is going to start with Yowie Wowie!
But
And then he'll appear
Pete
in the ring.
Quinnell, you have gone for the monster spot, haven't you?
Yeah, I've gone for Lars Sullivan because, despite the fact he has a match earlier on in the night, which I think he'll win in like 2 minutes, I've thought of one specific spot that they're going to do, which is about 20 people will be on top of him, beating him down, and he'll be nearly lying down in the ring. And he'll do that spot where he goes, rah!
The
And
Raw
goes
spot.
yeah, and 20 people will fly over the ropes, and they'll get so many eliminations of it. And they'll be like, Lars Sullivan just eliminated 20 people at once! Oh, he's so strong! Rah! And all that stuff that they do.
Be pretty rad though. I love a Raw spot.
I hate it.
Raw spot's one of my favourite spots in wrestling.
I hate it
genuinely.
so much.
Especially if you Raw and people fall out of the ring.
I hate it.
That's my favourite
so
elimination in
much.
the Royal Rumble.
They just
So
got to make
much.
sure the outer ring is jobbers. That they can all...
Yeah, they all go, whoa!
I mean, that most will be 99%
Yeah.
of this roster, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
When I did do the random randomizer,
The random
I was like, good lord, this bloody company has so many people under contract. It
know.
It is a ludicrous
Do
amount.
you want to hear
Absurd.
10 seconds of random people that people have gone for in this? So we've got an Otis, Mustafa Ali, a Ricochet, Bobby Lashley, Big Show, Matt Riddle. I don't care enough about it. Drew
Great
McIntyre,
prediction.
Matt Hardy, R-Truth, Apollo Crews. So there's lots of... I don't think people really cared about this one.
No, I don't think so.
Well, we've got our bonus question here. That's the end of our main line predictions. But our bonus question is, will Brock Lesnar cash in, brackets, successful or not? So this is, he has to give over the contract. Could be on Seth, could be on Kofi. But the key to this is that he does cash in. He may not win, but he does cash in. So I've kind of already given away my prediction for this based on my change my mind with Baron Corbin. Although I think I would have said this anyway, but I do think he is going to cash in. So I'm going to say yes. Pete Quinnell.
I'm also saying yes, because I know they've done the teasers with him cashing in. Oh, he's going to cash in this week. Oh, he's going to cash in this week. Oh, he's going to cash in this week. And they never do it. I think if they're ever going to do it, Saudi is the place to do it, because the live crowd will not hate him as much as a US crowd.
I think that's an excellent point.
And that is 3 yeses. You are through to the boot camp.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
So yeah, that is a yes from me in terms of will Brock Lesnar cash in. I think it makes the most sense to do it at the Saudi show if you're going to do it at any of the shows.
Exactly.
For the exact points that you mentioned there. But I do also think, some people have been saying this on the channel and messaging me on Twitter and Discord and things like that, that they think there is some argument to be made that he could cash in on Kofi.
Yeah.
Because they've been teasing it being Seth so much as a red herring.
Yeah.
So that then when he cashed it on Kofi, it's a bigger surprise.
Yes.
I would say that would be a bigger surprise if it was on a mainline WWE show, like if it was in a US show. I think for the Saudi crowd, I think you want to do it on the biggest star.
Yeah, but makes sense.
And for what the WWE perceive to be the biggest title in the game, which is the Universal.
Even if he beats Kofi, he'll still be on Raw every week.
Oh yeah,
via wildcard.
Which means SmackDown won't have any titles. Because Brock won't be appearing on SmackDown, and Seth doesn't appear on SmackDown anyway. So
what if he cashes in on Finn Balor?
I think it has to be for a main title.
It has to be a world title.
I also think that, we should have had that as our bonus question, will be there. How many 24/7 title changes will there be in the Battle Royal? Because I think there will be a couple of title changes.
That would be amazing if you just see people fighting and then suddenly R-Truth gets rolled up in the middle of the ring. That's great. Love it.
I think there will be at least 3 title changes in that Battle Royal. And I think it will be quite funny.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I think the 50-man Battle Royal is the match I'm most looking forward to on this
card.
I think it's
going to be funny.
It's going to be an absolute abomination of a cluster.
It's going to be terrible in the best way.
Yeah. So those are our predictions. But now let's head over to see what people are saying up in the chat. Be quick about this, Randy, because this video's gone way longer than
way too long.
Tim Arndt says, with a women's match reportedly happening at the show, how do you guys reckon it will go? I think it'll be a throwaway segment.
If it is an actual match, I think it'll be Alexa that wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natalia stands nothing to gain, and Alexa Bliss is the number 1 contender.
Yeah. Bo Leon Schneider says, hello, lads. Do you think they will use wrestlers on both brands once SmackDown goes to Fox, but use them differently on each show, heel on Raw, face on SmackDown?
No, just the wild card.
They're doing it anyway with Alexa Bliss, so sure.
Yeah, it'll just be the wild card.
Yeah.
Gift of God 666 says, Ollie, Chopper Pete, and Randy Andy are the dream team. Oh.
Thanks.
You're not Ollie.
I was going to say. Kind of hurtful,
he's
really.
Luke, yeah. Seth
Close enough.
Says, Chopper Pete is one handsome man.
It's very true.
Thank you.
Very true.
Ollie's been being called handsome too. We're waiting.
He's a handsome man.
Bo Leon Schneider's back in says, will you make that Tomo guy your Australian Wrestle Talk correspondent, at least for when they come to Australia for shows and can do reviews?
Well, the Australian government haven't bought a show this year, so we're not getting an Australian show.
They're just getting a little tour.
Yeah, which is, I mean, we get that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean anything.
Although it was useful because I got up at 9 and watched the show. Tomo says, in fact, hello lads, how's your day going so far?
I mean, I spilled a bit of coffee on myself. Apart from that, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, it's quite hot in here, but
I came in nice and early and then didn't turn the TV sound down, so it's going really well, yeah.
I had a shower. Jason Sullivan says, Riddle to interfere Lesnar's cash in against Seth.
No, that would make a start. That's not the aim.
No, exactly.
Seth again says, and shout out to Luke's beautiful moustache.
Oh, thank you very
I'm
much.
Waiting for my shout out, Seth.
Thank you.
Micah says, it's 4 a.m. in Dallas. Why are you watching in that case, Micah? Go to bed.
Well, no, I mean, some people just can't sleep.
4 a.m. in Dallas.
Also, 4 a.m. might be the time he gets up for work.
Could be.
Fighter OC1 says, random thought, if Brock won the Money in the Bank just because Sami Zayn was in the match, what's to stop any other superstar to just run down too?
Hey, what are the rules?
What are the rules?
Kemon Game says, best steaming service for AEW this fall. Streaming, I'm assuming.
Streaming service. It depends on the country you're in. But BR Live is where you can always get them.
America and ITV Box Office in the UK.
Yeah.
Tomo says, I could also care less about Triple H versus Orton Luke, but I could also care less about the whole show. to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Yeah,
about right.
I mean, this is gonna be a long show. I was actually so it starts at. We thought it started at 5 p.m. here in the UK, which I was okay with. And then I found out yesterday it actually starts at 6. And the pre-show starts at 6.
Yeah.
My heart sank
Because this is going to go on till midnight.
That's what that's my worry, because I think this will be a good 4 or 5 hour show.
Easily. And they got 10 matches, including the pre-show.
Yeah,
so.
and Triple H and Randy Orton are having a match. So
yeah,
this
they're
is going to go for a long old
at,
time.
At the minimum half an hour for that match.
Yeah, and it just looks like a really boring show.
Yeah.
I could be doing a 15-hour shift tomorrow just because the show starts so late. Who is next? We've got Chillin' with Macmillan says, my first super chat and just became a patron. Love you guys very much. Thank you very much.
Get on in there onto Wrestle League and also enjoy the other bonus content on there. Chopper Pete Quinnell's going to be on the bonus content for June, where he's going to be doing the review for WrestleRamble Extra because
Indeed.
I'm not around.
Luke's going on holiday.
I am, which currently the front runner for that show, to do a little plug for it, is ECW One Night Stand 2006, which has 27% of the vote. But close behind it is New Japan Dominion 2018 with 24% of the vote.
Both solid shows.
Both
Maybe
solid
there'll be more of
shows.
that after Sunday.
So get on, if you're a patron, get on Patreon and you can vote for what you want us to review.
Absolutely.
WrestleRamble Extra.
And we'll
me
be posting the Dominion predictions later today.
Yes.
Andy Sanchisi says, it's 2 a.m., but the boys talking about wrestling. Lovely.
Yeah. And we'll be back actually in about sort of 4.5 hours for the NXT review as well.
Indeed.
Was that right?
Would.
No, sorry, 5.5 hours.
Something
Sure.
like that.
No, it's 4.5 hours.
Yeah,
4.5 hours.
Kyle Cordill says, the only good thing about Raw and SmackDown is your reviews of them. Thank you and keep up with the awesome videos.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our videos are fine.
And the last two are Kemen Games says, at Kemen Games, I post something you would like on Instagram. Well,
I'm not on Instagram.
I'll have a look after this because
Yeah,
I do have one, but I never use it.
Yeah,
I don't Instagram too hard,
I have
unfortunately.
it in case wrestlers post things that I can make news out of.
Yeah,
sense.
I'm not on the gram, so I don't really get what it is.
No.
And lastly, we've just got Nicholas Belgraf, not saying anything, but thank you very much for your generous donation.
You so
Thank you, everyone.
much, and thank you so much for watching this stupidly long prediction show.
Why is it so long?
Well, we talked about Diddy Goldberg.
We did.
So long.
Too long.
Too long. But that is all we've got time for on this show. If you are watching this on catch up, please do click the videos that have just appeared on the desk and this button right here, which will make you, or at least take you, to Patreon, where you can become a pledge hammer and join in Wrestle League for the prestigious trophy emoji trophy in Wrestle League. I have been Luke Conan. This has been Chopper Pete Quinnell. That was Randy Andy Datson. And that were predictions.